Hey everybody, it's Rob here. Path of Exile 2 just had its major reveal and the game is looking fantastic. We have a ton of information about the classes, about how the end game looks. This is completely new. We have know how the skills look, the skill tree, and a ton of different stuff. They dropped a trailer here that is looking fantastic. They also have a ton of information on their website that I'm gonna link below, and we're getting really hyped for this game. This is all releasing on December 6th, and I'm definitely looking forward to play it. I already had a chance of playing this multiple times at the Gamescom, and we have this like amazing, crazy skill tree. The game is super complex, and I'm just gonna show you some of the basics here, and we're gonna watch some of the amazing footage that you have here. So you can already see kind of the classes here. We have range classes, melee classes, spellcasters. There's also a mighty melee warrior, and there are a ton of different enemies here. We're just gonna like check this out here for a second. Look at this amazing stuff here. They have a ton of cool, unique designed enemies. They have infinite endgame systems, basically, that scales indefinitely. They have hundreds of different bosses and monsters to fight that are actually going to be very challenging. When I played the game, it was a ton of challenge, even from the early beginning. And lots of rewards and pinnacle bosses here to fight. And you can pre-order the game now. It's going to be free to play on launch. And at the moment, for the early access, you're only paying, I think, $30 to access all this content. And there is a ton of content. So they released it all here on the website. It's going to be available for Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, so you can play it basically on all the platforms. You're gonna have a ton of features here, cool graphics, and they are launching next year with 12 character classes. And in this early access, you're gonna have 6 of them, all with different ascendancies. So first of all, you have the warrior. This is like your kind of like, you know, melee, barbarian / paladin kind of playstyle. You can play a two-handed playstyle, or you can play with a shield. Then you have the ranger here. This is like your ranged kind of playstyle. You have like massive AoE damage that you can do from afar. The huntress here is not going to be available in the early access beta, so this is going to come later. Then we have the sorcerer here, your mighty spellcaster with all the different elements, looking very cool. This might be one of the classes that I'm interested in next to the warrior. Then we have the mercenary. This is like your kind of like snipe character. It almost feels like you're playing a shooter. You can play the WASD movement, or you play on a controller on your PC or on your console, and you can basically just shoot down your enemies. Then we have the monk martial arts melee playstyle. This reminds me a little bit of the Spiritborn as well. It's gonna be very cool to see. Then we have the druid. This one is also coming a bit later in the early access, so it's not gonna be available right from the beginning, but there's a ton of shapeshifting, a ton of cool stuff to look forward to. And then we have the witch. This is like a sorcerer, but gone rogue, gone dark. Like you can also go with a ton of summons here. It's like a little bit of a necromancer here on the witch side of things. So that's looking fantastic. And you can see like here the different like active skill systems that we have. They still have this skills that you can basically combine anything with anything, no matter what your classes is. And all the classes can specialize into ascendancies, and you have to do like an ascendancy trial. They showed off 2 different trials to unlock your class, like more specialization. You can focus on, for example, on witch. You can go like into like a summoner witch and stuff like that. And all these skills are going to be available on all the classes. And it's basically the same for this passive tree. They showed off this passive tree, and obviously it's massive. They have all the classes on the passive tree. This is like the sorcerer. You can also socket stuff into the tree. So it is amazingly complex, and there is a lot of stuff to min-max. They mentioned over 1,500 different nodes on the passive skill tree. So there is a ton of cooking to be done in here for sure. And then on top of this, you see these slots over here. You can actually put sockets into there to juice the tree even more once you find these gems and once you can get that. Then they also talked a bit about the progression system, how it's going to go. And they actually mentioned here that the first 3 acts is like basically the normal game, is already going to take a newer player about 25 hours. So just from level 1 to level 45, they're expecting new players to take 25 hours. And then on this release, we're basically going to have another mode here We only can do Act 1 to Act 3, and then we can do them again to actually reach the end game. And this is where the game really starts at level 65. So this is exclusively to early access, and Act 4, 5, and 6 are going to launch a bit later. But again, this is probably going to be taking 25 hours, and then this is going to be 25 hours. So like 50 hours until you're in the end game, like until you're done with the story. And the story is a must complete here, and then you're rocking in the end game. And there is a ton of stuff in the end game. They showed this like infinite Atlas system basically, where you can like keep unlocking stuff and engage new mechanics. They are bringing back a ton of the fan favorite leaks that they already did in Path of Exile 1 here. They mentioned so many different things. We have Breach, Ritual, Delirium, Simulacrum, Expedition, and so many more things coming back into Path of Exile 2 from PoE 1, and the graphics are highly improved. We also have this pinnacle boss content that is going to be, they said, the hardest content they have ever done in Path of Exile. And you can see, like, when you're not dodging those mechanics, you're going to be one-shot. So these are like pinnacle bosses. They only sneak peeked one of them. So you have to dodge this hand. This guy is not dodging, and then he just gets one-shot. So those are going to be extremely hard bosses. And a lot of people, or basically no one, knows the entire game, but some people at GDG, and they're not showing it to anyone. So everybody is going to have this like fresh start feeling. The game is not going to be figured out. There's not going to be all the guides yet. No one has like, you know, this early access or this kind of advantage. So it's going to be a real adventure, like figuring out the game together here. And I'm definitely looking forward to do that. They also showed like even more endgame systems. Like they have all these different league mechanics, and then they have the endgame trials that are completely like crazy challenges. And the game is going to be very, very hard, guys. Even like very early on, we had a ton of challenges here. I watched some, and I mean, I'm a casual player myself, and I watched some journalists play the game. And even early on, guys, it's very easy to die. If you're not dodging the boss attacks, you're going to be dead. So you need to have an idea of what you're doing. You can't just face tank it, and it's going to be hard right from the beginning. But we appreciate a good challenge, and there's just like so much more content. This is just a very broad overview of the game, and you can kind of see a customized skill system. You can see the kind of equipment here, in-depth equipment system. They actually have some pretty cool embeds. Again, I'm going to link this website down below, and you can craft your equipment. So all normal items, magic items, rare items, and also unique items, they all gonna have, you know, a reason to exist, because you can craft them all using different crafting materials in Path of Exile. And in general, in Path of Exile 2, you're gonna have a ton of focus on crafting. And I think it's gonna be freaking amazing here with all the crafting stuff. And then obviously there are a ton of starter packs here. On Steam, you have some available right here. So these are the ones that are on Steam, but on the official website, there's even more of them. So you can unlock like a ton of cool stuff and cosmetics in the game. So basically, Path of Exile is going to be free on launch, guys. But this early access, again, starting December 6th, this one you need to pay for to access, unless you have already previously purchased $500 worth of microtransactions. But most of you, including me, don't have that. So the base game, early access, will cost 30 USD. And this is just the base game, and then you can get more tiers for more rewards, basically. It's mostly cosmetic stuff, and you also get a ton of more keys. So you can see there's a bigger supporter pack. You're supporting the game, you're supporting the development. So there's like all these different packs, and every pack that you go up also includes all the perks of the previous packs. So they also have this merch. They have like a t-shirt, they have like a hoodie, and then here the Ultra Giga pack here for $500 US. Like with shipping, it's gonna be like $500 US. You get the t-shirt, you get the hoodie, you get like a Path of Exile book, and you get like the Giga Transmogs, and you get additional keys that you can also give out to your friends. But if you're not sure which pack to buy, guys, I would just, if you want to play the game, and there is so much content, like so much content. The $30 is just fine. You can always upgrade later if you want, and you're also getting an in-game premium currency that's gonna allow you, you know, to get more stash tabs and stuff like that. So I have my account here. Rob was taken. I played PoE 1 a bit, but I'm super excited to jump into PoE 2 because the graphics and the gameplay and everything feels so smooth and looks, to me, much smoother than it was in PoE 1. So I'm hella excited for this game, and there is just so much content here to go into.
Let them soon be acquainted with it.
This is gonna be like one of the bosses that we're gonna fight in the end, I guess. So they look pretty sick, man. And this is Path of Exile 2, my friends. Releasing in just 2 weeks, December 6th. I'm looking forward to it, guys. Again, all the information is here. I'm gonna make a ton more updates and probably also guides like once I learn the game, and I hope we can like kind of learn the game together because it's definitely gonna be a challenge, this game, but I'm looking forward to it, to play it together with you, together with the community. And there's also going to be completely open trading in Path of Exile 2, and this I really love, like free economy. And they also said they're going to be very vigilant with some of the dupes and bug fixes. So this is a beta. We're expecting some bugs, but they want to be swiftly of fixing those as soon as possible. So looking forward to this, guys. PoE 2, log in. Let's go. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.